What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to do fakie front shoves. It's good to learn how to fakie front shove because it's a weird, awkward trick that a lot of people don't focus on. So if you throw it in a game of skate, you're more likely to get a letter on somebody. A lot of people are going to tell you to get your regular front shoves down first, but the thing is, a fakie front shove or nollie front shove can be easier to learn than a regular front shove. It's because the momentum is going with you instead of against you. When you're swinging the board around the same way that you're riding, it's a little bit easier and it just spins a little bit faster than trying to do a regular front shove. Okay, so I'm going to blow your mind here. Nobody is born goofy-footed and nobody is born regular-footed. It's all learned behavior. So when you're first learning to skate, try skating both ways. It's going to save you a lot of time later down the road. One of the biggest secrets to catching and landing your fakie tricks better is to be really comfortable skating switch. To get better at skating switch, you could take a day and just skate switch. Don't skate your normal stance at all that day. Okay, so before you try to learn how to fakie front shove, you need to get a foundation of a few other tricks. Learn to ollie, learn to shove it, and kind of attempt some front shoves, but you don't have to actually be landing your front shoves to land a fakie front shove. Also, get really comfortable skating switch. One of the biggest secrets to catching and landing your fakie tricks is to be very comfortable skating switch. If you're really comfortable skating switch or fakie, a fakie front shove is going to be one of the easiest tricks to learn. When you're first learning how to do this trick, you're going to want to put your back foot in the pocket. The pocket is where the board starts to curve up towards the tail. Now you're going to want to have your heel hanging off on your back foot and your toes hanging off on your front foot. This is one of those tricks where your feet kind of work against each other. The back foot is pushing forward and the front foot is pushing back. That's the foot position when you're first learning this trick. But the thing about putting your foot in the pocket or kind of to the side of the tail is that it could cause the board to flip and you could land primo or land with the board upside down. So once you get a little more comfortable with the board spinning underneath you, you can actually do this trick with more like an ollie stance with your front foot kind of in the middle of the board, toes maybe hanging off a little bit, and your back foot right in the middle of the tail. The thing about having your back foot in the middle of the tail is it's going to keep the board flat. It's going to keep it from flipping one way or the other. As of right now, my goal is to do a how-to video on every single trick. My goal this summer was to do a how-to video every day. So far, I've done just this one. But my work schedule is going to be cutting back a little bit, so I'm going to be making more videos. So if you haven't already subscribed, go down and hit that subscribe button for more how-to videos. I really try to make these as clear and in-depth as I can because the goal is to teach you how to skateboard fast. Having a solid fakie front shove is going to help you learn tricks like fakie front 3 shoves, which as you can see are really hard for me, or fakie varial heel flips, which really is a pretty easy trick. If you can fakie front shove, you can probably fakie varial heel flip. Or even fakie laser flips, which are kind of hard, but I'm getting better at them. So as soon as I get them down good, I'm going to make a how-to video on that trick. Okay, so having your feet in the regular ollie position when you're doing your fakie front shoves is going to help you keep the board flat. But you still have to consciously think about not letting the board flip. So you can kind of hang one of your feet over the board the entire time it's spinning. Try to focus on keeping your feet above the bolts. Also, keep your shoulders squared over the board. This is a tip that really helps people. When they start thinking about consciously keeping their shoulders squared over the board, keeping the shoulders like even with the bolts, they start landing tricks a lot faster. Your entire body's connected. Your head, your arms, your shoulders, anything can play a role in whether you're going to land the trick or not. Okay, so here's the step-by-step process of how to do a fakie front shove. You're going to be riding fakie. You're going to have your feet in an ollie stance. You're going to jump off your front foot a little bit as you pop with your back foot, pushing your back foot forward, which causes the board to go back behind you. You can use your front foot a little bit to kind of give it a little extra push behind you. And you're going to keep at least one foot over the board and kind of almost touching the board while it spins so it doesn't accidentally flip. You're going to keep your shoulders over the bolts and try to keep your feet over the bolts as much as possible. Not sucking your feet up enough is one of the most common mistakes when people are trying to learn new tricks. Sometimes one of your feet will even touch the ground before the board does the entire rotation of the trick. If that ever happens, you know that you're not sucking your feet up enough. Pretend like you're playing soccer and they're trying to figure out who's going to be the goalie by who can jump the highest. And this girl you had a crush on really likes goalies. So you really want to be the goalie. Suck your feet up as much as possible. Because unlike the regular shove it, where you can just kind of slide the board around, this is the trick that you actually have to pop. You can't really slide front shoves. If you're having trouble committing to this trick and you just can't seem to catch it, you might need to spend a little more time focusing on skating switch. Because the more comfortable you get skating switch, the easier it is to catch something while you're moving in that opposite direction. There's really only two things that could actually go wrong with this trick. The board could accidentally flip a little bit, or maybe one of your feet doesn't land on the board. And really that's not that bad. If you're having a lot of trouble committing to it, try just landing your front foot, then try just landing your back foot until you get more comfortable. You can do this trick on carpet, you can do it into grass. All of those things are going to make you more comfortable doing your fakie front shoves, because you can't really fall and get hurt when you're going into grass or when you're doing it on carpet or when you're just landing one foot. You can do all those things to understand how the trick actually works. Once you understand how it works, it's going to be easy. You just have to give it a little commitment and you'll be landing your fakie front shoves before you know it. Wait, how can you land something before you know it? What does that even mean? Well, I guess you always land things and then you know that you land them after you land them. So maybe you always do everything before you know it. After you get really good at these, you can take them down stuff or up stuff, but it's kind of a weird trick to do downstairs. If you're going to try to fakie front shove down something, make sure you can switch ollie it every time really easy and fakie ollie it. If you're comfortable doing both of those, then you can definitely try fakie tricks downstairs. So there you go, guys. That's how you do fakie front shoves. It's an easy trick. I know you can do it. I believe in each and every one of you. If this video helped you out at all, please let me know by liking the video. Also, if there's a certain trick that you want a how-to video on, let me know in the comments section below. Definitely subscribe for more how-to videos, and thanks for watching.